Hey guys, and happy Monday! Okay, so this is Reading with Mr. Ortiz. Now, I hope you're paying attention to me because today we're going to be talking about something very important, and it's what we're doing right now. Okay? Communication, guys. All right, so let's get started with the presentation, with the lesson for the day. Let's see if I can make this thing work. Let me move my little face over here. All right, so let's start with a question, guys. What did you do this weekend? Did you read? Did you watch TV? Did you go outside and play or enjoy nature? Or did you play video games? I was outside. I was helping my family with a yard sale that they had, so we were selling all kinds of stuff that we didn't need anymore. So that's what I did this weekend, but I'm listening. Tell me what you did, okay? I'll give you a few seconds. Cool, that sounds fun. All right, guys. Let's keep going on with the lesson. So, what you just did is you communicated to me verbally what you said, okay? That means you used your words to tell me what you did this weekend. Now I want you to do another form of communication, okay? So I want you to write what you did this weekend, okay? So you just told me verbally, orally, what you did this weekend. Now do me a favor. You see right here, this is the sentence stem, so I want you to start your sentence with this weekend and then I want you to tell me with your words, write them down, what you did this weekend, okay? And then you're going to take a picture of it, and then you can either upload it to ask your mom and dad or guardian to upload it to Class Dojo or to Google Classroom, whichever is easiest for you. I'll have a place for both, okay? But write a sentence on a piece of paper, and I just want you to tell me this weekend and then use your words, write them down, and tell me what you did this weekend, okay? All right, guys, so today's objective is I will use a sentence stem to introduce myself and make connections with my classmates. All right, so I just read you the objective. Now I want you to read it with me, okay? Zakai, you listening? Okay, let's go. Say after me, okay? I will use a sentence stem to introduce myself and make connections with my classmates. Okay, that's today's objective. So we're going to use sentence stems to introduce yourself and make connections with your other classmates who are watching this video too, okay? First, let's watch a little video on what communication is, okay?
Hello, friends. Today, we'll learn about means of communication. It's nearly impossible to go through a day without the use of communication. Communication is sending and receiving information between two or more people. We communicate with people to share our thoughts, ideas, and information. We use various means of communication that help us to communicate with others. Let's learn about some means of communication one by one. Letters. We send letters to other people by post. We write the letter, then we put it inside an envelope and write the address of the recipient on the envelope. Then we paste a stamp on it. Done? After this, we drop the sealed envelope into a letterbox. The postman collects the letters from the letterbox and takes them to the post office. Then the letters are sorted to be sent to different places. The postman then delivers the letters at the addresses written on the envelopes. Aha! Your friend has received the letter you wrote. Mobile phones. You can speak to your friends using the mobile. It's used to make and receive calls and messages. Modern mobile phones allow users to receive and send text messages, emails, images, and videos, as well as access the internet, play games, listen to music, use GPS, and much, much more. Telephone. It's one of the speediest means of communication. We can instantly speak to anyone dialing to that person's phone number. Fax machines. It is used to instantly send a copy of a letter to another fax machine connected via a phone line. In order to send a letter by fax, we need to know the fax number of another person. Computers. A computer helps us to connect and communicate with people all over the world through the internet. We can send instant messages to people through emails. Television. We can hear and see what is happening around the world by watching the news and other programs on TV. Newspapers. A newspaper tells us everything that is happening around us in the world. Radio. We listen to music, news, and other programs on the radio. Telex. It is an international system of telegraphy with printed messages transmitted and received by teleprinters by using the public telecommunications network. The messages sent through telex can be displayed in any supporting display devices. Sometimes people do not use the means of communications wisely. Children spend too much time on mobile phones. This can harm their health and studies. Be careful, kids. Using mobile phones while driving is very dangerous, so you should use all means of communication wisely. Now, you know a lot about means of communication. Please drop a like, leave a comment, share the videos.
Hey guys, I'm back. Okay, so did you see that there was a lot of ways that we can communicate? Some of the ways I feel that we use the most today are the computer. We're using that right now. You're using your Chromebook, right? I'm using my laptop to record myself so that way you can see me. So a computer. Another one he said was a phone. He called it a mobile phone, but that's basically just your cell phone. That's what that is. And he said that you can send text messages, FaceTime, you can send emails on there. And another way that we also communicate with each other is television. You guys watch a lot of television, right? Me too. So we receive a lot of information from television. We communicate. People communicate to us. Like the news people give us the news, right? So they're communicating with us. They're telling us something, okay? And even on the radio, you're listening to people talk on the radio sometimes in the morning. They're communicating with you. They're telling you stuff. That's communication. When you use something to deliver your message. Let me move my picture again. So how can we communicate? So the most popular ways are your eyes. You can use your eyes to communicate. You can use your ears to communicate. Sometimes you can use your nose to communicate, your mouth, and your hands. So you use your five senses to communicate, okay? So this is called like body language. So if you see me smiling, I'm using my mouth, right? That means I'm happy. So I'm communicating with you that I'm happy. Also, I'm using my mouth to talk, right? So you're listening to me speak to you. And that means you're using your ears, right? So we can use different parts of our body to communicate with each other. So remember, guys, that it's really important to be able to communicate, because if you want someone to know something very important, you have to be able to communicate with them. Just like this right now, the lesson today is very important for you to know, right? You have to learn how to communicate. So I have to make sure that I'm communicating to you. So that way you receive the message, you receive the information, and you can store it in your brain, in your mind, so you always remember this, okay? So always remember that communication is very important, and we have to communicate so that way other people know something that we want them to know. All right? So you can communicate with someone through by talking to them. like I'm doing with you. You can use a computer to communicate with someone, like we're doing right now. You can use a phone when you talk to your mom, dad, granny, auntie on the phone, right, guys? So there's different ways to communicate with each other. So always remember, it's very important to communicate. So what I want you to do now is another Flipgrid assignment. Remember when you told me a little bit about yourself on Flipgrid? You do? Okay, good. We're going to do another Flipgrid assignment, okay? So on the Flipgrid assignment, I want you to tell me or communicate to me how you're feeling right now. All right? So go to Flipgrid, watch my video, and then I want you to respond like we did last time, but I want you to tell me how you're feeling right now. How do you feel right now? Okay? And then after you respond, if you see your other classmates, watch their videos too so you see how they're feeling today, okay? All right, guys. I'll see y'all later. Bye.